Yes Have Some podcast is brought to you by Carnivorous Creations, your one-stop shop for all of your Proton Pack building needs. If you're in the market for a Proton Pack, head to carnivorouscreations.com. That's carnivorous with a K. You're going to find aluminum motherboards, resin parts, fiberglass shells, and a whole lot more. Find them on Facebook at Carnivorous Creations or head straight to carnivorouscreations.com, remember carnivorous with a K, and get started on an authentic, screen-accurate Proton Pack.
Everything's under control. Situation normal.
I don't want to grow up. Do you want some?
Jurassic Park. Now playing the PS7.
Ecto goggles with Ecto Buffer. Neutron blaster and water zapper. Each sold separately.
From the corner penthouse of Spook Central all the way to Star Killer Base, this is Yes Have Some podcast.
Do I? Yes, have some. Yes, have some.
You know, they told me you people were conceited douchebags.
The only place in the multiverse where you can love the book, hate the movie, but still buy all the toys.
I'm afraid you're just too darn loud.
I'm not looking for a friend. I'm looking for a Jedi Master.
What?
Please remember to hold on to your butts and get ready to get stressed. With your hosts, Craig Goldberg, Abigail Gardner, and Jacob Walsh.
Mixed nuts.
A giant jug of mixed nuts.
Giant jug of nuts. Whoa.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to episode 127 of Yes Have Some podcast. My name is Craig Goldberg, and I am here with a giant jug of mixed nuts.
I wish.
No,
Jake's got the nuts.
Jake has the nuts tonight.
Tonight they're mine, yeah.
Do you keep them just near your podcasting station so you always have a snack available?
Well, you know, the podcasting station is also my couch, which is my TV station, which is my internet station. It's my station.
Got it.
Station. You're breaking the illusion that you're in some like skyscraper on the 90th floor
with like big clear glass doors.
Yeah, overlooking the city of Valdosta.
And the hustle
I'm in
and bustle.
sweatpants right now.
I like the idea
Pajamas.
of Jake. You stare out the window at the city of Valdosta, and you're like, and you hear like the sirens in the distance, and you're like, this city needs a cleansing. Just like a supervillain.
Dude.
That's how I
Just
think
eating
of it.
nuts. I like it. Yeah.
It's not how it is.
But first,
With like
I'll eat
big
these
gold
nuts.
rings on your fingers.
Hello, everybody. So, Jake, you're here. Abigail, you're here.
I'm here.
We're here.
And,
Present.
We're back.
Thanks for everybody. Last week we did not have a brand new episode, but I think for majority of our listeners it was new. We as a holiday treat, a nondescript holiday treat, no matter what holiday you celebrate or don't celebrate.
Everybody celebrates the turtles.
Everybody celebrates Ninja Turtles 3. And so we gave out our Patreon episode where we covered Ninja Turtles 3 in depth. So thank you for listening to that and enjoying it. I got a bunch of Ninja Turtles 3 action figures in the mail today.
You sure did.
Wow.
And it was really funny. I bought them and I set them all up just on the middle of the living room floor. So there's like 10 figures and 2 horses. And Abby walked by and looked at them and went, man, those look good. I was like, do they?
Then I was like, wait, do they? Because that's how I feel about that movie. But
It's so, yeah.
because it reminds me of us recording that episode, I like them more.
Brings you back to a good place.
Some good memories from a couple months ago.
Oh, man. I love it. So thank you, everybody, for checking that out. And did housekeeping, anything happening in our worlds? We haven't talked to Jake in 2 weeks. This is the first time we've heard his
Jake's
voice.
been very busy.
Missed you guys.
Very productive.
We missed you.
We missed you.
So, well, cool. Well, we can move on. We can get started. Before we get into today's main topic, which is the first ever Yes Have Some holiday wish list. I'm very excited about this. Did you guys have fun putting these lists together?
I think Jake and I had fun, but we were also stressed that we're like not maximizing our like unlimited budget for the segment.
I feel like you guys would do better if you. All right, here's a little fun thing, Jake. If you won the lottery, would you just become paralyzed? Like you wouldn't even know what to do.
It would be forever. We would win the lottery and still go to Target and not buy the $12 new Jaws DVD.
Dude, I imagine Jake sleeping on a bed of detox shelves.
Which I've already bought, by the way. But no. But yeah, I wouldn't know what to do first. It'd be such a weird experience.
All right, here's a question. Would you do something sensible, or is it clearly an illogical purchase?
Well, I guess it depends on how much money we're talking here. Like, I mean, if there was enough money where I could clearly like pay off a few of the bills I have and then still have enough money to just buy shit, then sure.
Okay, I'm talking Mega Millions.
Mega
you
Millions?
won $200 million.
Well, then of course I'm gonna like pay off like whatever debt I have, credit card bills, car payment, that kind of shit.
Okay.
But then I'm gonna buy probably something completely stupid and very expensive.
Yeah.
I don't know what my go-to would be, but I would be like, I think my first thought would be like, okay, which Jurassic Park and Jaws props can I acquire?
Yeah.
Like film used props. That's where my mind would go.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm going to buy an old abandoned Taco Bell and restore it to its like 1995, 96 glory and just have old merch. I'm thinking about this right now.
Wait, I like that. Like maybe you would even hey, what if you bought a Pizza Hut?
Oh, even better. I like that.
And then you hired people who worked at the Pizza Hut in the 90s. And then all of the like boxes and all they had to have all the like coming out of their shells merchandise.
Yes. I'll do you one better, Jake. They all have to wear the coming out of their shells jean jackets behind the counter when they're serving pizza.
I want that.
You're like, all right, I'm buying an old Pizza Hut. I'm restoring it to its former glory. I'm hiring the original staff, and I'm also rolling out a new uniform policy.
This is where the podcast is going. Like we're in this just so at the end of the day, it could be Yes Have Some presents Pizza Hut, and we just like own one Pizza Hut.
And then I'm going to do undercover boss and go in, and I'm going to work there with the employees.
Like they're going to totally know you. Jake, does Pizza Hut have a vegan option right now?
Yeah, their pizza just without cheese.
Oh, there you go.
Okay,
there you go. Well, they're going to have even more when we take over.
Bigger, better, more fake cheese.
I love the idea of taking restoring anything to its like original 80s or 90s form sounds fantastic. They are now I was listening to the Ghostbusters Interdimensional Cross Rip podcast, and they were talking about the original Ghostbusters firehouse that's in Los Angeles that was used for all the interior shots. It's been kind of closed off and condemned forever. But it's being reopened as a children's museum.
Oh.
And I was like, that sounds like a bad idea. Because
are they going to acknowledge
there is enough children's
I don't need kids there. I want to be there.
They need to reopen it as a Ghostbusters historical center.
Yeah, duh. With us working there.
I'm just trying to take a different take than literally every other person was like, oh, that's great. That's good. And I was like, is it?
Children's center.
Children? What do they need to?
Center for children?
What are they going to learn? How to go down a fire pole? God. They need to read and write. Anyways.
Good for them. I guess they deserve it. I'm glad that it will be open and at least available to visit.
Well, that's what I was laughing about. Like, are we going to have to... What if we have to go, but we have to volunteer to, like, teach the children to go in there?
You can teach them how to go in?
Teach them how to walk into a building. It's very basic learning.
Okay.
It's like when in Encino Man, when they just have to teach them like how to be a human being in this world.
Right.
Cool.
I feel like somebody needs to teach us.
Yes, have some teaches. Nobody wants us teaching anyone.
So what I'm saying is, if I win the $200 million, I'm gonna do evil businessman. We already got Jake overlooking the city of Valdosta, threatening to cleanse it. I'm coming in with my big bag of money, and I'm buying the children's museum.
You're kicking the children out. And you're hiring me.
I'm walking in with a suit. I'm gonna go, shut these down. Shut this all down. Oh man. Anyways,
it's already good.
Hey, one can dream, can't they? No, that's really cool. I'm excited about that. It's still like they were talking about on the podcast. It's still in a very bad part of town.
Yeah. So how soon is that?
I don't know. I don't know if it'll be in time for like
Fan Fest.
Probably 15 years from now. Yeah.
15 years from now. Yes, Have Some will have broken up and started our own solo projects.
Dude, yeah.
Long before that. Well, cool. So what we're gonna do? I like this. I like hypothetical conversations about money. It doesn't even have to be $200 million. Like, what if I had like $50.
What if, that was like $1,000 would be fine.
Yeah,
I could do a lot.
Oh, if I had $1,000,
there are some things on my wish list that are under $1,000.
There's a couple things on my wish list that are also on my Amazon. They're in my cart.
I have. Okay, we'll get there.
We'll get there. But before we get to the YHS holiday wish list 2018, we had a little bit of a movie release this week that we've all been excited about, that we wanted to talk about real quick. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Leprechaun Returns.
Yep.
Now the next one's going to be called Leprechaun Forever, and the one after that'll be Leprechaun and Robin, which I'm very excited for.
Oh,
what?
That sounds good.
Is it for real?
No.
God. I just, Abby,
got her.
No.
Got her good.
Well, I was thinking about the spelling of 4. Is it going to be like regular 4? Is it like going to play off the 4-leaf clover?
Leprechaun in Space 2 Forever.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
So Leprechaun Returns is back. It is a, I don't know. I'd call it the Force Awakens of the Leprechaun franchise. It's
Dude. Yes. No. I don't give a fuck. I thought this was a great movie. I thoroughly enjoyed myself, and I think it captures the spirit of the first one very well.
I did too. I haven't thought about my official ranking, but listen, I love Warwick Davis, and he is the Leprechaun. He always will be the Leprechaun. But I thought Lyndon Porco, who is the new Leprechaun, I thought he did a fantastic job. I thought he made it his own. I love the part. We don't want to get too spoiler heavy right now. We want to give everybody in the world a chance to see this film
because it came out yesterday.
Came out yesterday. Jake, how many times have you watched it?
Just 2.
Just a couple.
Well, I watched it. I watched it immediately when I got home yesterday, and then I was at work today, and some of the coworkers wanted to watch it, and I still had it. So we watched it again.
I thought you were going to say you watched it again immediately after finding out some news.
Well, we're going to get there in a second.
Okay.
But we might have to do that.
We might have to.
I love the part because they did a really good job. The Leprechaun looks a little bit different, right? They kind of updated his look a little. And there's a part when the Leprechaun comes back and he like sees his reflection and he's like, when did I get so good looking? Yeah. Like, it's so funny.
They went out of their way to show you, okay, in the first movie, his face melts off.
Right.
And in this movie, his face looks a little different because it melted off.
And I also love the idea of people putting this on and be like, what? This is the Leprechaun? Oh, and like they write an angry letter.
Not my Leprechaun.
So it's not Warwick Davis, but I would say this is a great. If you're a fan of these movies, you're gonna like the new Leprechaun. I thought the humor was right in line with like. There's so many good one-liners. There's even all the characters. Like it's a straight to video on demand movie, but it was well done. It was well shot. The acting's not bad. Like I was expecting something because I was reading an interview with the director. And I guess he's one of the guys who did The Void, which I haven't seen.
He wrote and directed The Void. I didn't love The Void.
Interesting. Well, I was reading an interview with him, and he was saying like how he had no interest in doing like a dark and gritty reimagining of the Leprechaun, similar to like Leprechaun Origins. He was like,
the Nightmare remake of the Nightmare
or like
Monster,
any of the modern horror remakes. Yeah. He was like, I want to do something that is a good homage to the original, continues that franchise, and
the flavor, the tone, and spirit.
He said he's like, I want to do like a 90s style straight to DVD feel. Dude,
both of the boyfriends in this movie are like straight out of every 90s movie, and I fucking loved it. I loved the female cast in this movie too. I thought they were like, I thought the kills were fun and creative. This movie, like, it was legitimately funny. I'm not gonna like act like this was the most groundbreaking or compared to The Force Awakens, but for what it was, and after seeing all the other Leprechaun movies before this, I'm like, this is a lot of fun, and I legitimately would watch it again, and I'm ready to watch it again.
Jake, what are your some extended thoughts?
I mean, there's definitely some like really dumb stuff in this movie, but there's some really dumb stuff in all of the Leprechaun movies. I like this a lot. It is really funny. There are some really good there's a lot of practical effects in it. A lot of the kills are mainly practical. They all look good. They're very gross. There's almost like an Army of Darkness feel to this movie.
I completely agree with that.
And there's also maybe one or two gags that are kind of stolen straight from Army of Darkness, but I I mean, like Ozzy is in this, and he's really good in it. Like
he really is really good.
From the start of this movie, like I was, maybe 10 minutes in, and I was like, oh wait, this is. I was expecting it to be really stupid and maybe kind of bad, but 10 minutes in, I was like, oh, this is good. This is pretty good. Like it is. It does feel right in line with the first 4 Leprechaun movies. Like I don't count. When we talk about them, when we did our episode, we didn't talk about the In the Hood movies because they're kind of on a different level than the first 4. And this movie is definitely like right in line. Like it could be right in there. Like, and you wouldn't know. Right. Like even the fact that it's not Warwick Davis, he does, a near perfect job at playing, a character made by somebody else,
right? And I thought the way that I was wondering if they were going to, because it's kind of a continuation of the first movie.
It is for sure.
Yeah, it's in the bloodline. Literally,
they absolutely cancel out all the sequels.
All the other ones, similar to Halloween.
But also very similar.
But very
especially
similar
with the finale, like the last act.
I was wondering how they were going to tie it in, and so this isn't really giving anything. The main character is the daughter of Tori, which is Jennifer Aniston's character, and there's this scene where she meets Ozzy, and Ozzy's trying to figure out how she knows her, and Ozzy realizes that she's the daughter of Jennifer Aniston. And he looks at her and he says something along the lines of, I liked your mom. She was nice to me. And I was like, oh, I'm touched right now.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, because, he's Ozzy. So,
yeah.
Yeah. And, so good job all around. And
there was a few feel good moments, like legitimately, and I think that the girl that played Jennifer Aniston's daughter in the movie, I thought she was like extremely likable.
Character's name.
I should know the character's name.
It's fine. Jake, what are you gonna say?
I was just gonna say there are a few, like we're not, if we're not gonna spoil anything, I won't say specifics, but there are a few. The first time you see the leprechaun, the first time he's all there is very funny, and it's also very gross. Yeah. And also, I won't say what happens, but the ending of this movie, like the last 2 minutes, there's no dialogue, but it's very funny to me.
Oh, we were laughing.
You guys know what I'm talking about.
We were laughing so hard.
Funny to me.
Yeah.
So this is what we want everybody to do, because we got a little bit of an announcement. This is a YHS announcement right now. You got breaking news, not fake news. This is as real as it gets.
This is happening.
We're not going to give a lot away. We want everybody to watch Leprechaun Returns before next week, because...
Why? Craig, why?
Oh, you want to know why?
Yeah.
Why?
Do you want to know why?
I want to know why.
Because next week on Yes Have Some podcast, we have an exclusive sit-down interview with the Leprechaun himself, Lyndon Porco.
Yes.
Holy shit.
I hope that's how you pronounce his name. It could be Porso. We'll find out. He's kind of a newcomer. He's up and coming. He did a phenomenal job. I talked to him today. We're setting it up. He's excited to come on and talk about Leprechaun Returns. And I would imagine that this is not the last time we're going to be seeing him playing the Leprechaun. Because if there's one thing I know about these types of movies, they keep making them.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot. And also the genuine reaction has been really positive. I've read a lot of the websites seem to like this movie, and it's right in line with the original. So next week on YHS, we're going to be exclusively interviewing the Leprechaun, Lyndon Porco. And like we said, Warwick Davis, he's a god amongst men around these parts. We love Warwick Davis and all of his work. But he's older, and he's got a family now, and he doesn't want to do...
Did you guys see... We haven't really talked about this, but he did come out. He was asked why he wasn't in this movie.
Yeah, he said that he didn't feel comfortable doing a horror movie now that he has children. Is one of the interviews I read. I don't know if you're referencing something else.
That's what I read. He said he loved doing the horror movies. He would do another one in the future, but he's got like 3 kids right now. They're all pretty young.
Yeah, I know.
He's just not interested in it.
Someone, the doctor or nurse from New Nightmare, would be very approving of that, because she's very judgmental of actors and actresses from horror movies showing their kids the movie.
Exactly. Oh, she'd be like,
I like that.
You didn't show your child the movie, did you, Warwick? So no, we're excited next week to have him on it and talk about this movie, and we'll go into full spoiler details next week. So get your you can rent it. It's only a couple bucks to rent on video on demand. Is there a Blu-ray available? Because I want to go.
I don't. Probably not. Maybe. I mean, there might be. If it's not yet, then I'm sure there will be.
Yeah, because I want to buy it.
Yeah.
I want to own that.
Get that signed.
We have all of the other ones, so we'll have to put that in the collection.
Yeah, and Taylor Spritler is the actress who plays, I think, Lila or Leela is the main character.
And she did a great job.
Yeah, I liked her a lot.
We'll get into it. We'll get into it next week. So I give it
5 gold coins.
I was gonna say 3.5 out of 4 clovers.
Okay.
4 leaf
I
clovers.
can see that. Yeah.
Sure. There's different things you can
3
do.
out of 4 leaves.
Yeah.
Hey,
that works.
No spoilers, but hammer time.
Dude.
Oh God.
There was.
So yeah, watch it. Real quick, Abby, you mentioned New Nightmare. Jake, there was an earthquake in Georgia this morning. Did you hear about this?
What?
Yeah, dude.
So it was actually like in eastern Tennessee, but you could feel it in different parts of Georgia.
Did you hit your tower in
Did you guys
Valdosta?
feel it?
So this is what happened. It woke me up this morning, but we live right by the airport, and I hear planes all the time. So I kind of woke up, and I went, "Whoa, that is a loud jet," and I went back to sleep. And then when I woke up again for the real part, the real wake up, not the fake wake up, I was like, "Oh, that was an earthquake." And one of the first things I said to Abby today was I was having really weird dreams last night.
Yes.
Did the earthquake cause those dreams to be so strange?
Or did Freddy Krueger jump in?
That's what I'm saying. I was expecting to get a phone call when I woke up. 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you.
Dude, if
that's scary.
I want the VHS capable TV to be playing with unplugged right now.
Yeah.
And this, I wish that would happen.
Now let's face it. It couldn't have been that good of an earthquake considering I walked into the toy room and not one thing had been knocked over.
Dude, usually things fall over when I just walk in. Yeah.
So I'd give this earthquake not that good of a Rotten Tomatoes
Not so
ratings.
hot earthquake.
But
could have been better.
My favorite thing, there was a quote today from up in Cherokee County, which is about 30 or 40 minutes north. Apparently, a lot of people, when it happened, started calling the sheriff's office. What they want the sheriff's office to do, I have no idea. But this is an exact quote, and we'll move on. It says, the Cherokee County Dispatch Center says it received more than 30 calls from residents saying their dishes were rattling, their beds were jiggling, and their homes were shaking. So I would love to call the police at some point in my life and say, my dishes are jiggling, come help.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my big earthquake story. What'd you guys think?
Cool.
Pretty cool. All right, so
pretty good. I'll give it a 3.5 on the Richter scale.
Yeah, I was gonna say Richter scale.
I gotta tell my Bill Paxton story real quick.
Oh shit, yeah, really
I have
quick.
to tell this real quick.
I don't think you've even told Jake, yeah.
So this is God, I shouldn't even do it because it wasn't my story, but we're big.
Welcome to Secondhand Stories on Yes Have Some Podcast.
Yes.
Craig Goldberg.
A gentleman who I know and work with used to work in a restaurant in Atlanta that Bill Paxton frequented. And he was telling me how cool Bill Paxton was when he would come in and how he was just a really funny, really down-to-earth guy. And he told me this one story that I just have to share because, listen, Twister is the greatest film of all time, and I'd feel bad not sharing this with our audience. So, he told me Bill Paxton was there at the table eating, and he was reading a script. He was going over the script for whatever the project was that he was working on in Atlanta at the time. And this guy I was talking to was his waiter, and he was bringing over a glass of wine. And when he went to set the glass of wine down, a few drops of wine kind of dribbled off the edge onto the script and stained it. And my buddy was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry about that." And Bill Paxton looked up at him and goes, "Hey man, no worry, the thing's covered in blood and cum already."
Oh my God.
Oh God.
Yeah. Dude. That's fantastic.
Wow, okay.
That's my Bill Paxton
That's the
second.
extreme.
What movie was this?
God, I don't know. Aliens. I have no idea. Listen, Bill Paxton had a couple snoozers as well as a couple hits. My second Bill Paxton story of the week has to do with Abbey and her sweater that she bought.
Oh, yeah.
We went to the mall and she was like, hey, I'm going to buy this sweater. And I go, oh, cool. I like that. And she goes, I like it because it looks like Bill Paxton's from Titanic.
It does. It's like a gray cable sweater that's like got kind of like some white thread through it.
So there we go.
It looks good.
It looks good.
It looks warm.
It looks
seaworthy.
warm.
So I'm going to wear it.
Cool. So we're going to move on to
Good
the
job.
YHS holiday wish list. But before we do that, we have to do a little business and tell you about
business.
The Adventures of Duke LaGrange, the new book series written by YHS listener Jay Key, who was nice enough to send us t-shirts in the mail.
Dude, yeah.
They came today. Put those up on our Instagram story. So thank you, Jay, for that. The Adventures of Duke LaGrange is a brand new book series by debut author Jay Key. The first book is How to Pick Up Women with a Drunk Space Ninja. That is book 1 of 3. It's available now, but I wanted to tell everybody the second 2 books are now available at all book retailers. We're talking Amazon. We're talking Books A Million. We're talking, what's that one called? Barnes & Noble.
B&N.
B&N? Mm-hmm. This is B&N. The second 2 books, How to Win at Pit Fighting with a Drunk Space Ninja and How to Save the Universe with a Drunk Space Ninja, make up the second 2 parts of the Duke LaGrange trilogy. Been talking back and forth with Jay. I told everybody my vacation is here. I will be reading the books. Finally. We all will.
Heck yeah, in my t-shirt.
You're gonna put it on your shirt.
Yes,
You're gonna
because I like to do things that way. Absolutely.
Yeah, like when
He's
you
got any hats? I'd love one.
When you read Lord of the Rings, what do you wear?
Like a cloak, like a hobbit outfit. I don't know what you call that.
Yeah, a hobbit outfit.
Yeah, like a vest with some short pants.
Shorts?
Yeah, some shorts. No, like bloomers.
There you go. So yeah, the 3 books are out. They're available now. You can find them wherever books are sold, and obviously there's an ebook available exclusively on Kindle as well. We've been talking about it for a couple weeks. Very happy that the YHS listeners are getting out of the house. I would be happy if I found out one of our listeners just went to the store and talked to some people, but like they're actually writing books.
Guys, you're doing great.
You're doing great. They're writing books and making films, and now we need to talk to Jay if he, I don't know, is he going to option this off, or is this going to be a movie trilogy? Like, are we on the?
I hope so.
Can we be in it?
Dude,
this is our pitch.
This is our pitch to Jay. If you sell the rights to the movie, there should be a
Let us be bartenders in the movie at the bar.
Bartenders?
Yeah, 3 bartenders.
Yeah, I can do it. It's fine.
Jake, I would love to see you tending bar. Someone would be like, I want to.
I'll do it.
Yeah.
You get a Coke. You all get Cokes.
You know what's funny? Like there is like a movie that I think you can buy that I am a bartender in.
What?
Jake, you
on.
can't drop bombs
You
like
can't
that.
drop that and then
in the
walk
middle of
away.
an ad read.
There's a guy who makes
screen.
movies here in Valdosta. They're not good. They're very bad. But he does.
What an
get
endorsement.
Them, I don't care. I don't care if he hears it. They're not good. But in one of them, I'm a bartender in it.
There you go.
Oh man, I've been a bartender.
Did you have any lines?
No. I would. There's no, not at all. I'm just like. It's a long story.
It's fun.
A long
It's fun.
like
These pretzels are making me thirsty.
No time
Exactly.
for today.
Yeah.
Buy
Cool.
the books, guys.
Buy the books.
Buy the
A lot of
books.
people don't know. Jake is a dramatic actor. He, I believe, was in drama classes. And
Yeah.
all sorts of shit like that.
Dude, when the camera's on Jake is on.
He's on.
Yeah.
I wish I was half the man he was.
Dude, I always get stressed. Like, I forget. Like, when we did Bookies and Cookies, I'm like, oh, Jake's an actor. Jake can act.
I've never acted in my life.
Yeah, you.
Then you're a liar, you bartender.
He's a bartender.
All right, so the 3 books are available now. Check them out. Go to Amazon. The Adventures of Duke LaGrange. How to Pick Up Women with a Drunk Space Ninja. How to Win at Pit Fighting with a Drunk Space Ninja. And How to Save the Universe with a Drunk Space Ninja. Get them now. YHS recommends.
They're hot.
They're hot. Y'all ready for this YHS holiday wish list?
Yeah.
I've been looking forward to this.
I'm ready.
Making a Christmas list and sending it to Santa Claus was literally the highlight of every year of my childhood into my adulthood. Like, the thought of wanting toys or things that you want and putting them on a list and giving them to like your mom or whoever and knowing that you might get some of it is very exciting. Mm-hmm. I love Christmas so much. I think I love it for all of the wrong reasons. People are like, do you love the food and the family and the religion? I'm like, no.
No.
I want toys.
Packaging, presents, boxes, display, cleaning the house and reorganizing everything after you get it.
I love getting stuff, and I know that you guys too do as well. Those are words. I'm having fun. I'm in the middle of having an allergy attack again, so it's all good. Abby, Christmas, growing up, what was your wish list situation?
I never wrote a list to Santa because, like, from a very early age, that was, like, revealed to me to not be...
Oh, yeah, your religious parents
thing.
told you Santa wasn't real.
Yeah, exactly. I was actually just thinking of, I don't know if we've talked about the Kurt Russell Christmas movie on Netflix. What's that called?
Christmas Chronicles.
Christmas Chronicles. In that movie, there's like a vault of all the letters that you've ever written to Santa that are like kept there. And if I were to go there and I were to check the vault, I would have no letters. So I feel like Santa would be like, well, what's going on? Like, where were you? And I'm like, I don't know, because... I never wrote him a letter. But
Jesus would have all your letters.
Yeah, I did. I would write like a list for my parents to buy me of like very reasonable things.
Jake, did you make Christmas lists?
Yeah. I mean, I did. And most of the stuff that were, I mean, it's similar stuff, just like maybe it's similar stuff than what's on my list now, except now it's like, you know, the more collectible versions of some of the same shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I wrote letters, you know. I don't remember like when that stopped or whatever, but yeah.
I don't think it did because Jake told me the other day. Like, Jake was like, "Hey,"
doing it right now, yeah.
Jake was like, "Hey, I'm going down to Florida. My mom's buying me 4 Detoffs."
Dude, that's a good Christmas. That's a good mom.
That's a great mom.
Dang.
Hey, to all the moms out there, there's some moms that listen to YHS.
Thanks,
good job.
moms. Yeah.
Because you know the dads aren't doing anything.
No.
They're not doing anything.
They're not doing any of that list making or shopping.
Yeah.
No.
I'm sure they are.
Making it perfect.
All right. Well, I'm excited about this. So what we did, we each made a list of our top 5 most wanted things. There was no rules, no regulations, no budgets. I wasn't going to put a lot of parameters on everybody.
We're spending YHS dollars, so
yes,
it's like unlimited.
It's unlimited. Mm-hmm. And I think what we should do is we'll go through them as quickly or as if it's a listen. If you put something shitty on your list, we're not going to talk about it for that long.
You'll know when you say it. You'll know.
I probably got one of those on me.
I got a couple. No,
my list
mine's
is
good.
awesome.
My list is good.
And what we want everybody to do, we want the Yes Have Some listeners to go to Yes Have Some Group Therapy, our official Facebook group, and tell us what your wish lists are. We want to know what everybody's top 5 is.
I made a picture collage of all of the things on my wish list. I'm going to post it after this episode goes up in our story. I almost posted it before because I got so excited, but I was like, no, I don't want to spoil it for Craig and Jake.
No, can't do it. Or for anybody. Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, let's get started. Do you guys want me to go first?
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. Now, this is... I've got my big gift is going to go last, but everything else is kind of in whatever order. All right?
All right.
Okay.
My number 5 on my list is the Funko Primal Age Batcave and Batman figures. Primal Age, we've talked about it before, it's the newer line of Funko figures. They did Mortal Kombat. They've got all the horror icons. They're kind of Masters of the Universe style figures. And they put out a Batcave, and it's amazing. It looks not just like, but it's very much in the vein of the original Masters of the Universe Castle Grayskull. So that's what it's called, right? Mm-hmm. And it opens up, and there's like little platforms, and it comes with some accessories. And I did want to mention too, we're going to reveal the prices of all this. So at the end, we're going to add up to see who spent the most. Yes, have some budget money, whatever we're calling it. All right,
showdown.
My number 1 is the Funkle, the
Fun Uncle.
I would love a Fun Uncle,
dude. Me too.
Dude, they throw you in the pool.
Number 1, my Uncle Marty.
God, they've got a gumball machine.
They lift you up so high.
Dude, they after they let you sip a beer, maybe. I don't know.
Sometimes give you some good advice.
Then there's some Not fun uncles. We don't want to talk about those.
Bunkles.
What do you call them?
I don't know. Bunkle.
Okay, so the Funko Primal Age Batcave and there's 8 figures total. They're $12 each. There's some really cool stuff. There's like an Aquaman who does not Jason Momoa. This is a different Aquaman. Yeah, that's it. That's the.
Hey guys, I found an image of it.
Well,
so
what do you think?
I approve. Cool. It's menacing and like kind of reminds me of Grayskull but like it's also Batman and it's very, very cool.
Yeah, it's really dumb too.
Yeah,
Like,
are these out yet?
Yeah, you can get them on Amazon.
Are these out yet?
They're out yet. Yeah. They're out yet. Guys, this is my word. I can't fucking talk tonight, but that's okay. So that's my number one. The Funko Primal Age Batcave and figures. Ooh, I wish
Batman had a beard.
That would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
I
just feel like he'd always look cool with a beard. I get why he doesn't, but I feel like this would have been the excuse to go ahead and give him a beard because he's like kind of like a Viking or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Primal Age, he can have a beard.
He can have a yeah.
I like the Joker a lot.
Yeah, I mean,
The
Joker's like dumb, but I like it.
What are some of the other figures?
Naked.
Yeah, he's naked. He looks
Joker's naked.
It's like Ian Somerhalder.
There's a Wonder Woman. There is there's a lot of good ones.
Yeah, there's some good ones, and it's affordable. And I just imagine the display will look very, very cool. So cool.
It's kind of like when you do a mashup costume, you take elements of both things.
Yeah, it's like what if Game of Thrones and Batman mashed up? God, that sounds so bad. Jon Snow.
But that's kind of what this is.
That's kind of what this is.
All
right, cool.
It's cool.
All right, Abby.
Yes.
You're up.
Cool. I guess if we're going with from 5 to 1, my number 5, it's on my it's been on my list for a long time. It's something that I saw somebody wearing at Dragon Con this year, and I talked to them, and I just thought about it when I was making my list. It's the Reebok Alien Stompers. I'm sure you guys have seen these. They're like $300.
Yeah.
They came out on Alien Day in 2016.
Those are great.
They're so cute, and I like expensive. Craig just got some expensive, fancy sneakers.
I did.
You were talking about how you might be a sneaker collector now.
Yeah.
So talk about it for a second.
I've been talking to YHS listener Rob Sosby, who's one of these sneaker heads.
Yeah.
And,
he is.
And here I'll make this short and sweet. I bought some Air Pippins. Scottie Pippen, the basketball player. These are shoes that I wanted my entire childhood. My asshole stepbrother had them, and because he was spoiled, and now I was like, fuck it, I can get them. No one can stop me, so I got them. Yeah, I have them.
Craig, I just have one question, just real quick. What is basketball?
Well, I think I'm gonna say, what is a Pippen?
That's what you're gonna say too.
Wait, no, this isn't Scottie Pippen. This is Pippen from Lord of the Rings.
I thought like Pippin the musical Pippin.
Yes.
Whoa.
No, yeah, they're great.
Pippin
I love them. And you know what? I
shoes.
put them on, and I felt good about myself.
Felt good.
You're gonna now hold on. I'm sorry to derail. I have a few questions.
Yeah, no, I did too.
Did we say how much these shoes cost? And if not, are you comfortable telling us?
No, yeah, they're not crazy.
They're not $300.
They're not $300. So this is here comes a lesson. What they do is Nike re-releases old shoes with different color schemes, and they sell out. And once they sell out, they kind of like it's very similar to toys. Like they start increasing in value. Blah blah blah. Anyways, I did not buy these on an aftermarket. They were $110.
Okay.
Maybe later on down the line they'll be worth more.
Well, I have a follow-up.
Yes.
So are you gonna wear them?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you going to wear them?
Yes.
If I got the Alien Stompers, I'd definitely wear them.
Yes.
Because they're just cool as fuck looking.
Yeah.
Okay.
I as somebody asked me, Craig, are you going to rock those? And I said, I don't know what that means, but
not sure about that.
If
gonna wear them.
If sleeping with them is what you're saying, then yes, I will be sleeping with them every night. No. So yeah, but those alien stuff, those are cool.
They're fucking
those are
awesome.
cool
There's
shoes.
like yellow ones and black ones, and
which ones would you want?
the yellow.
Yeah, because they're just like
Because it might match with something else on my list that I haven't mentioned yet.
Did you put a
Abby's all of Abby's items are clothing.
They're all clothing and they're all yellow.
Dude, shit. Yeah, I just thought of
The
what I should
banana
put on there.
suit from Arrested Development.
Yep. Dude, I just thought of that silk C-3PO jacket from Star Wars Celebration, the Her Universe.
I want that.
God damn it, I know. We all do. You'd look good in it too.
I want to see Jake wearing a silk women's jacket. I don't care what's on it.
Yeah. Dude,
okay.
it's silk.
What was the price on those?
We're revealing the prices now. $300.
$300. Cool.
Cool.
Let's go. Jake,
There you go.
you're up.
Cool. So I'm going to get this one out of the way because I feel like this is the one on my list you guys will probably have nothing to say about.
Okay.
I doubt that.
This is something I've wanted for a long time. Like some of the other stuff on this list is like, okay, cool. Like I have no limits. What would I buy? This is an actual thing I have always wanted to get a hold of and never have been. Everyone knows, like, I'm a huge Godzilla fan. I buy a lot of Godzilla toys. There's like hundreds and hundreds of figures out there. But there is a Japanese company called M1 that puts out like vinyl toys. And they put out a figure that is of the guy who played Godzilla. His name is Haru Nakajima, and he played Godzilla like in the first 12 movies, I think. But it's like it's a little toy, and it's him in the Godzilla suit. Like he's wearing his little do-rag, and he's like shirtless, but he, you know, from his waist down is like Godzilla's legs and tail. Yeah. It's like he's standing in the suit, and the top half of the suit, he's taking it off. And it's like a 9-inch figure. He died last year, and you know, he originated Godzilla. So it's like a cool figure to have, but they're a little hard to get. You can get them on eBay, but it's just something I've always been like, one day I'm gonna buy that toy. I'm gonna buy it.
I think that's actually very cool.
It is a very like you guys should you should look it up. Like it's a cool little, like it's cute. It's just like a different sort of merchandise. You know, like you buy Godzilla toys, but you know they don't make toys for, you know, the
it's
actors.
A different side.
And he was kind of a big deal, you know, like he was around for a long time. You know, he was the very first Godzilla, and he was kind of the template. There have been a few people to play Godzilla at this point, but he was, you know, he originated it. He was the guy, and he was not like, he was also handpicked for that role. It wasn't just like, hey, let's just hire a stuntman to put in a suit. He was the director of Godzilla. Wanted him specifically for this part.
It would be like Peter Mayhew and half a Chewie.
In fairness, he was selected because he was 85 feet tall.
Exactly. Well, you know,
so it's a big figure, huh?
I want other like horror and monster icons
in half costume. I'm thinking Eddie Murphy and like half of the like elephant costume from, what is that? The third Beverly Hills Cop movie?
Okay.
That'd be cool.
I thought you were gonna say Nutty Professor, but no, I was thinking of that's a deep
ass cut.
I was thinking like it would be cool to have a Robert Englund figure.
Yeah.
Or like other horror icons in their half dressed state. I don't know. Jake, what's the pricing on that?
So you can get it for like around like you can kind of find it for around $300, but it's usually around the $300 to like $600 mark, depending on there were a few variants, you know. So
okay. So it's pretty pricey though.
I would say around $300 though. You can get it.
Cool. I like that. Very good. You guys ready to move on to my next one?
Mm-hmm.
Good.
All right. Next, I want a sealed can of Ghostbusters Kenner ectoplasm.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I would be lying if I told you I knew. There's probably 4 or 5 different color variants. I know there's like a pink one, a purple one, a red one, a yellow one, a blue one, whatever. They all came with different little ghosts. Which I plan on collecting loose, but they're expensive. Now they're anywhere from, you know, $50 or $60 up into the several $100.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to get one of every color, and maybe eventually I will. But right now, I would be happy if on Christmas morning I opened up one can, sealed, good condition, of ectoplasm, because out of all of my memories playing with toys as a kid, some of my most fondness have to do with slime. Whether it was the Ninja Turtles ooze or the Ghostbusters ectoplasm, the smell, when you pop that top, the smell of it, pouring it into the top grate or the drain of the firehouse, getting it all in your bedroom carpet. Like when we moved from my house, my bedroom carpet was mostly slime. Like I was only like 6 or 7 years old. Abby's giving me I know what you're thinking. Stop it.
What?
I don't know. It just feels dirty.
No.
I got that was when we
I was like, mine too, but I didn't have the toy. Oh, no. I had a lot of nail polish stains, honestly, on my carpet.
We've all stained.
Yeah, we've all stained.
But just, Jake, you remember what it smelled like. And listen, if you open up a can of ectoplasm now, it's just going to be dried out, hard as a rock, gross, whatever. But that's something I would really
How much does that go for is what I'm curious.
Well, like I said, it's on eBay. There's only a couple right now, and they get up into the couple $100 mark.
It looks like it's very hard. Like I'm looking right now, and there are only 2 listings for ectoplasm, and I don't know if they're sealed though.
Right.
I don't know if they're brand new sealed or if these have been opened, but one is $24. The other one is $500.
Yeah, I think.
Jesus.
And there's also some ones where people make knockoffs and stuff. So, but I think the opened ones maybe be they're the $35 or $50 mark. But I want a couple sealed ones. And we talked to our friend Rob Barbieri, Bobby 80s. He's got a bunch of the sealed ectoplasms. But his holy grail is the cardboard display that was in stores.
Mm-hmm.
That's something I want.
Yeah.
Cool.
The freshness, the smell of the seal, I
just
understand
everything.
all that stuff.
That's one of those old things that would, when I'm looking at my toy collection, when I look at the Ninja Turtle sewer or the Real Ghostbusters Firehouse, the number one thing, the reason I prefer vintage toys over old toys is because I like that it takes me back somewhere.
Yeah.
Not that I don't love old toys, but when I look at a Diamond Select Egon, I'm like, I remember last Thursday when I got that. That's as far back as it goes. I remember
versus new toys.
The postal man dropped that off on our porch, and I opened it.
Yeah, no, the memories are.
I like the memory of being able to go way, way back. So yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, Abby.
Yes. Let's see, number 4. Honestly, I thought about this pretty hard, and having received the candy dispenser machine that you gave me for my birthday, I just think you'd be really nice if I had a 1980s vintage Pepsi machine. And I was looking on eBay. They have a tabletop one that I'm going to put the image up of. It looks, if you guys remember where we filmed Bookies and Cookies, they had one inside of that studio space. Mm-hmm. And I just want one because you can stock it with your own cans. And just the dream is to have almost a completely vintage kitchen / candy shop / shop setup inside my house. And yeah, I want one. I was looking at a ton of Pepsi merchandise, specifically the machines, and I'd be fine with one from the 90s, honestly. Heck, maybe get a Brisk. I don't know, whatever. But we'll see. We'll see, guys. The price, though, is pretty hefty. It's $950, the one that I was looking at in particular.
The problem with those kinds of machines, too, is when they break, and they always do, it costs a lot. It's like a pinball machine. They're hard. They're a pain in the ass to repair.
Yeah.
What I'm excited about is this candy dispenser that we got. We have it kind of rigged to where you don't have to put a quarter in.
It's nonstop M&Ms, Jake. We were talking about what kind of vegan candy we could get for you to put in for your next visit. So we're thinking about you. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have any requests, let us know.
Ice. I feel like ice doesn't have anything.
That's not
maybe some runts. Do you guys like runts?
Dude, I told you runts. That's what I said. We're going to get runts.
Here's another side note story. I went to Wendy's the other day and got a vanilla Frosty. Came home, walked by.
Shopping station.
Put a bunch of M&Ms in it from the candy machine.
That's amazing.
Dude, it was good, but then I was like, I'm either rich or pure trash. It's one of those things.
Every time I walk past there and take the chocolate for free, I feel like I own everything. I feel like Jake in his Valdosta Tower, looking down on the city. I'm like, free M&Ms for the owner. It's great.
Cool, Jake, you're up.
Cool. So, God, listening to yours, I feel like I should have put more vintage things on this list. I have one other vintage thing, but I'm going to save it because I think it's kind of my most wanted thing right now. But there's something that's coming out that's I've been wanting this fucking thing. I've been wanting one of these since before it was announced that it was being released. Trick or Treat Studios is putting out a life-size replica of a Good Guy doll, and it's like it's molded from an actual, like it looks exactly like it. It's molded from an original prop. It comes like in the in the Good Guys box. I want it badly.
I'm making noises.
So
do they ship it to you in a brown paper
You guys
bag?
looking this thing up? It looks
I've seen
very
it.
good.
It's great.
They've posted pictures, of a couple, like it's still a pre-order right now, but they have released photos of it and it just looks amazing. And that's like, I feel like we've talked about Child's Play a lot. That's just such a cool prop to have, especially like, it just looks good. And I want
big.
Just in a corner of the room, a Good Guy doll.
Yeah.
And they make it now.
Yeah.
So what's stopping you, bruh?
Yeah.
The $500 price tag.
Yeah, it's expensive.
It's $500.
Mm-hmm.
When it came out, I was thinking it was going to be like $250, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll swing that. It's $500. There's no payment plan. That's not happening.
It,
Well, I just think that the hosts of the self-proclaimed #1 Child's Play podcast in the world,
we should just have
one.
Yeah.
No, it does look great.
Take the "Are you a real fan?" challenge and go ahead and buy it.
I think the thing is like there's been plenty of Chucky dolls that have come out over the years, but they never look quite.
Yeah, there's tons of toys. They never look right. This looks pretty exact. It's the same size. It comes in the box. This is as close as you can get, other than having a screen used prop.
Mm-hmm.
I could be wrong. We were talking about Lyndon Porco earlier, who is going to be on Yes Have Some podcast next week.
Mm-hmm.
He's the Leprechaun in the new
Future
movie,
friend
Leprechaun Returns. Mm-hmm. I feel like a couple weeks ago we talked about that he was a stand-in.
He was in Cult, I think.
In Cult of Chucky.
Oh.
Yeah.
So he's also played Chucky.
So he's in our wheelhouse.
He's
already
if there was ever a guest we should be talking to, it's him. Jake, I like that pick, man. I think that's something anybody would enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Especially since there's so many, like you said, Chucky dolls that are just not the right iteration or look or whatever. So it's perfect. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. So get it, or we'll get it for you.
Getting it. Thanks,
all right,
guys.
Here's my next one.
Don't expect it.
Don't go around thinking you're getting one now, Jake. From us, we're very broke. No, I'm just kidding. My next one is from Chronicle Collectibles.
Wait, is it my turn?
No.
Oh, no, it's your turn. Okay,
it's my turn. Do you want to go?
Good. No, I don't. I'm excited, but go ahead and go.
I'm excited. From Chronicle Collectibles, the Blood Oath marker set from John Wick. Now, I don't know how familiar y'all are with the John Wick series, but I love both of those movies. I am fully in on the John Wick universe because they're not just mindless action movies. There is depth to the story and to the props and all of that. I'm not going to go into all the details, but Chronicle Collectibles put out the Blood Oath marker set. It is made and casted from the original screen use props in the movie, and they're very cool looking and they're affordable. It's $100 for the whole set. Not bad. No, it's great, and
they look very cool.
They're very cool, and there's a lot of knockoffs on eBay.
They look like something that Hal Clay would be like, I can get them for 15.
Yeah, they definitely look like something Hal would just like have. He would kind of do his own thing.
I like it.
Yeah. So won't go into too much detail, but love John Wick, love the props in that movie, love Keanu Reeves, and I really do like Chronicle Collectibles. They are friends of the podcast.
Hell yeah.
And to add to that, anything from Chronicle would be just fine. Like any of their Jurassic Park statues. I don't know if anybody has that stuff on the list, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Have you seen John Wick?
Yeah. No, I've not. I've seen, to be completely honest, I think we started it a long time ago and then did one of those things where we
I've seen the first one.
Well, I love both. The third one's
I'd like
in production.
to see them both.
There's a TV show coming out. Oh, fully in. Love Keanu Reeves.
I am in.
Abby, you're next.
Yes. Guys, what I'm going to say might surprise you for my next one, but what I really want for Christmas this year is a 2019 Coachman Leprechaun RV, which isn't actually related to the movie franchise to Leprechaun at all, But I've always wanted to have a YHS RV so that we could like have really comfortable, luxurious trips. And this RV seats 6 people comfortably. It's got a queen size bed and kitchenette and like TV and fireplace. And
fireplace?
Yeah.
That's cool.
It might be $64,000. But yes, we should get it, and I want it.
What would your perfect day on the road in the RV?
Us on tour with Lyndon Porco, just driving around the country. It's because I think that'd be amazing. Watching Leprechaun movies, talking Leprechaun movies, doing it up, man.
Why is
Going
it
to film
called,
locations.
Why is this RV called the Leprechaun?
I didn't research that. It's made by Coachman. They've been making the Leprechaun model for some time now. I was driving to work one day. It was on a Saturday, and I saw a Leprechaun RV like in the HOV lane, and I took a picture of it while driving, which is dangerous. You shouldn't do that. And I sent it to you guys. I was like, dude, is this the future YHS vehicle? And it's just perfect because literally, like, when we started our podcast, I remember one of my mental goals was to get to the place where we could buy a large like recreational vehicle and like all travel together. And like I still want to do that. And
I love
the
it.
fact that there's a vehicle that's called Leprechaun, I just think it's made for us.
Dude,
we can partner up.
I would love it. We pull up to different conventions. We're parked next to all the replica prop cars. Then you got our RV, and we're just in there playing video games.
Jake could do a mural. I'm always trying to get Jake to do a fucking mural so he can do the mural on our goddamn RV.
Cool. I love it. How much? What was the price tag on that?
$64,995.
Well, I think Abby probably won
the price
the thing
contest.
Cool. I love it. Jake, what's up? Cool, you're next.
Well, since you've already mentioned Chronicle Collectibles, I'll go ahead and throw this one out there. So, I want to go ahead and say something about Chronicle Collectibles.
Okay.
There was one point on this podcast where I complained pretty heavily about a product that I own from Chronicle. But you know what? I feel like they've made up for it. And they have put out so much good shit that I want. We have met them. They are all great people. They have become friends. And I want a 7-foot-long Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Yes.
And Chronicle Collectibles fucking makes that. It is also a pre-order thing, but they are putting out a over 3 foot tall, 7 foot long, full body Tyrannosaurus Rex. It has like a Jurassic Park base. It is, it's from the first film. It looks beautiful. It's huge. It would go perfect with my Jurassic Park collection that I'm currently putting together.
I just had the funniest thought ever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jake has how long is it? About 7 feet? Jake has the 7 foot long Chronicle Collectibles T-Rex in his house. Me and Abby drive to Valdosta and take it.
Okay.
Put it in the back of our convertible.
Oh, we're doing Lost World?
Yeah. And then Jake, as the mother of the T-Rex.
Yes. Comes and like wrecks our house.
He's coming down the highway at us. No, I mean, Jake, what is it based on? Which T-Rex is it based on, from the first movie?
I'm pretty sure it's the first movie. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah.
It's the first movie's. It's the first Jurassic Park. It's huge. It says they're only doing 100 of them. It's molded and cast from a screen-used casting from the Stan Winston Studios. It's 84 inches long, 36 tall, 24 inches wide.
And, I just was talking about... Let me say something real quick about Chronicle Collectibles. And this is not a paid advertisement. There's no money exchanged here, okay? This is the realness.
Except for when we buy stuff from
Except for when we buy stuff. This is real. I was just talking about the John Wick, the Blood Oath marker, cast from a screen-used prop. Jake was just talking about they got this from Stan Winston. Like, the reason why they are so top tier and top notch with their products is because they don't just make they're not like the Hollywood Collectibles group, who is literally taking fan used Ghost Trap kits and recasting them and selling them for outrageous prices. Like Chronicle, when we had Paul Francis on, who was on our show, they go into the Universal Studios prop archives and they're molding things and creating things based on real the real stuff. And they're not only are the prices pretty affordable. They offer payment plans. Like, if you're a collector and you want collector grade props, go to Chronicle Collectibles. It's some of the best stuff, best statues. Even like they're putting out the first ever 1-to-1 scale screen accurate night vision goggles from Jurassic Park.
It was very hard for me to even pick. Like, there was a lot of Jurassic Park. They have a lot of Jurassic Park stuff right now, and I was like looking through the list, and I was like, well, maybe I want to put this on the Jurassic Park, or maybe I want to put this on the list. Maybe this one. They got a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, they do make. I mean, they've got some. I've always wanted their 1/6 scale Terror Dog.
Yeah.
I will have it at some point.
Yeah.
Even that Westworld maze is like very cool.
Yeah,
cool.
We have a little the Westworld maze prop that's exclusive to ThinkGeek, and we got one of those from Robert at Chronicle, and like it just looks so damn good. What if I had a 1-to-1 scale Ed Harris just in my living room? What if Ed Harris? Guys, you could just buy Ed Harris.
Did you guys get the Chronicle Ed Harris?
Oh, he's great. Cool. So we'll keep moving on here. Whose turn is it? Mine, I think.
Yours.
It is.
Guys, these are some good lists.
Yes.
Next up for me, Jake, I've been talking about this one for a while. A WWF or WWE Winged Eagle Championship belt. This is the most famous belt. This is the Hulk Hogan belt, the Shawn Michaels belt, the Bret Hart belt. It was in use from, the late 80s up until I think 1998 is when they changed it, when Steve Austin won the championship at WrestleMania 14 against Shawn Michaels. Oh boy, do I remember that like it was yesterday. Anyways, I want it. I've always wanted it. I've wanted this belt my entire life. I want to have it. WWE puts out one. Here's my nitpick. The one that they put out doesn't have the original WWF logo on it. It has the modified logo because they're not WWF anymore. But I'd be willing to even take that one. Yep, that's it. Abby just looked at it.
I found it.
And I want it because I want to get it signed. Like, I want to be able to get it signed by Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels. These guys do a lot of conventions. Or Ric Flair. My favorite moment in wrestling history is when Ric Flair won that belt at the 92 Royal Rumble. I want it. I think it's about $300. So it's I'm not going to call that affordable, but let's just put it this way. I could get one if I really put my mind to it. Jake, also, how much was the that statue? The one we just did?
4,500.
Yeah. Just did a Kramer. I want the WW. Now listen, there's other belts I like. Like, I love the white Intercontinental belt is beautiful. I don't so much like the newer belts. I think they're kind of gaudy and they look more like advertisements for WWE, not championship belts.
Yeah.
But I guess that's another story for another day. Abby's looking at me like I'm a big old weirdo right now.
No, I like it actually because the getting it signed thing is a really good extension of your fandom. So I like that. Yeah, and it looks good. Too.
It looks good. It would display well. Hey, I just read. We go to Days of the Dead, the convention we go to every year, in Atlanta. Pamela Anderson's going to be there.
Wow.
And that has nothing to do with what I'm talking about, other than the fact that she escorted Diesel to the ring at WrestleMania 11, I think. That fact could be wrong.
All right. I'm going to Tommy leave that one alone. Oh, God.
We really are a motley crew if you think about it.
I struggled to get that out, but I got it out. I'm happy.
Okay, there you go. Abby, you're up.
Well, speaking of wrestling and boxing in general, merchandise, I think your belt would look very nice next to my $200 Rocky II Tiger jacket, which is not available, which is really upsetting for me because you go to the Sly Stallone shop and first of all, there's like a lot of really cool replica props from the Rocky movies. Like the Drago jacket and shorts and Rocky's Italian Stallion boxing robe and then like the boxing robe from Rocky IV. All that shit, but this jacket in particular that I'm talking about has a tiger on the back, and it's like black silk, custom fit, 65% cotton, 35% satin, so no silk. It looks so. I know, I just corrected myself on the podcast, dude. It's a great. I mean, that's from the second movie, which is very, very good. And
now in Rocky II,
he's rich.
I'm assuming a lot of people have seen Rocky II, but if you haven't, why does he get this jacket?
Because he's got money, which he blows like very stupidly on jackets and like motorcycles. But it's when I saw it in the movie, I was like, oh, damn it, I want that as soon as I saw it. It actually reminds me of the C-3PO jacket I was talking about earlier on the show. So it's just very cool. And it's out of stock. And
that makes you want it so much more.
I really, really want it.
How much is it?
It's $200. Whew. Yeah.
Man.
Oof.
I like it, though.
Yeah, it's a good website to check out too, guys. If you're into the Rocky universe, so
I love Sylvester Stallone at the point of his career where he just has his own store, his online shop.
Pretty cool,
dude. There's a Yo hat, there's a Creed hat. I could afford that.
Oh, I love Creed. What was their best album?
You better stop.
Okay, Jake.
All right.
My Own Prison.
So this next, what?
She goes, My Own Prison.
So this next item, I maybe cheated a little bit. Like, I don't think this is something you can just go out and buy. There's work that you'd have to buy multiple pieces, put it together. But, you know, when you said there's no limits, something I've always really wanted and don't own is a fucking slime blower.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If I had no limits, I would own a accurate Ghostbusters 2 full-size wearable slime blower. I want one badly. I love Ghostbusters 2. You know, just like the proton pack's just not enough anymore. Yeah. You know, everybody's got a proton. No, I love Ghostbusters 2. I want a fucking slime blower. I know, like, I could buy the parts, put one together, whatever, but if that was one of the things I can just make appear, that's what I would get.
Mm-hmm. Dude, I respect it.
I mean, the slime blower is it is like no doubt the best Ghostbusters prop.
It is. It's very iconic. You know, like we all, you know, do the Ghostbuster thing, and I always wear my Ghostbusters 2 outfit. I just like the way that stuff looks a little better than the khaki. I have a Geiger meter. I want a slime blower.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna make it happen for you,
Makes
Jake.
sense.
Somehow. And listen,
I'll just have to buy it someday.
No, if we have to break into that Sony archive and steal the screen use slime blower
for you, we'll do it.
I would do it for Jake.
Yeah, absolutely.
How much is it? I bet to put together a slime blower.
You've done it before, but you bought one
Not
that you like had to augment. Yeah,
Abby, you're very kind.
I'm very kind.
Abby's like the mom whose kid is like clearly bad at baseball, and she's like, he's really good. He's a little all-star. It's like he's like falling on his fucking face. No, what Jake is talking about. I know Carnivorous Creations, friend of the show, he's making slime blower props. Jake, did you look up any pricing on this? What it would cost to put this together?
I didn't, man. There's so many pieces, and like, you know, last time I did check, like, you know, just for the tanks alone, you're looking at hundreds of dollars. So I thought it would be different depending on who you went with. So yeah, I didn't even put a price together. I just imagined probably like you'd probably looking at like what, $2,000 maybe.
Yeah. I mean a fully
plus
built,
like work.
Yeah, the labor. I mean, a fully built screen accurate proton pack with lights and sounds. If you want the real deal good stuff, you're looking at about $2,300, probably $2,500. Yeah, I'm not talking about Anovos, you know, bullshit. I'm talking about the good stuff. Sorry. So yeah, I would guess about $2,000, $2,500 probably is what you're looking at. Building it's the hard. Getting the parts is one thing, and now Colton Cook, who's a member of the Ghostbusters community, has been working forever on his, and he's got a really good looking slime blower.
Yeah, so, for sure.
Yeah, that is a great item on the YHS wish list. All right, cool. We're getting down to it. We're final. Doing it. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Should I go first?
Yeah.
All right. Now, the problem with this one is that there's only one of these in the world, and it was already sold. And there's no way to get it again. But I still want it because there's no limits. You guys ready?
You keep saying no limits, and I just want to bring something up so bad.
What?
Your No Limit Records chain necklace, which I was just looking on eBay. They have some, and I'm kind of regretting not buying one for you. Anyway, continue.
That's another story
Christmas
for
story.
Another day.
Continue.
I want the recently auctioned off for charity Walk On Roll in Bill and Ted Face the Music.
Fuck.
There was a charity. I'll have to look up and see what the charity actually was. I'll look that up in a second. But basically, Ed Solomon, the writer for the new Bill and Ted movie, which goes into production next year, is they auctioned off for charity a walk-on role for Bill and Ted Face the Music. It is a non-speaking part, but you will be on screen, a featured extra, and I think that would be amazing because not only do you get that, you get a tour of the set, you'll meet the cast and crew, you can bring a family member. How awesome.
Wait, that's fucked up. Which one of us are you bringing? Jake or I?
Family member. It has to be blood related. I'd have to bring my dad or something.
No, not fair.
Yeah.
No.
Just bring my dad who doesn't care at all about Bill and Ted. No, I'd bring Keanu Reeves. So now, the auction already happened. The final bid was $16,266. So, if you're out there and you want to sell the rights,
if you're listening, yeah,
I will buy it for up to $75.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I mean,
I think that's a very good wish list item.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm going to be honest. That went for more than I was expecting. I was thinking $3,000, $5,000. Somebody dropped over $16,000. That is a Bill and Ted fan out there, and God damn it, they deserve it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Honestly, it's also just like it just makes me happy that they've done that because that's, I guess, confirmation this movie's actually happening.
Hey, they have to make it now.
They gotta make it now, right?
He's gonna get there and he's like, I didn't sign up for Phil and Ned. He's like, oh, it's a different movie. I was trying to get some. While Abby goes, I'll get the details.
Look, you're going to be in the live show. Universal. Is it Universal? That's terrible.
That's just as good, right?
No.
No, I think that the fact that they did that, look, the fact that somebody raised $16,000 for charity for, what is the actual value of being an extra in a movie? About $80. That's basically what they pay. So I think the experience of a lifetime for a Bill and Ted fan is happening, and I'm just a little upset that I couldn't have it myself, but kudos to you, sir or ma'am. So yeah.
Yeah. And if you're listening, we want to have you on the show after that's filmed.
Yeah,
so
if you're out there,
details.
if you're the one, it's probably Adam Marish.
Yeah. First of all,
that'd be great. Good for it. That would make me happy.
Yeah.
That would make me happy.
I'd be okay with it if it was Adam.
Good for him.
Like if it was somebody we knew, if it was one of our friends, I'd be super excited about that.
I wish I felt that way. Did I write this down wrong? Hold on one second. Everybody hold on. No, I didn't. $15,600.
Fucked it up.
It was for Veterans Day. It was for the troops. Bill and Ted Face the Music, walk on roll, set tour, and dinner with producer, co-writer Ed Solomon. So very cool. Very, very cool.
Very cool.
Had 71 bids.
Whew.
God, imagine being the guy who was willing to pay the money, but you just lost out by $100.
Yeah. I feel like if you got that option or opportunity, you would want to have a line. Like you'd work really hard to get a line in.
You know what sucks? I should have at least bid on this for like $50 just to say I was in the running.
Yeah.
Right.
But I didn't.
Abby, you didn't because
you can't go back.
When was this? This has to be recent, right?
The auction ended on November 15th, so just a couple weeks ago. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's recent.
I'm very exciting.
Yeah.
Just keep going.
Yeah. Okay. Is it my turn?
I was reading. I meant to say I'm very excited.
Yeah.
I said I'm very exciting.
I think you're also very exciting.
Because eBay said, hey, you missed out on this auction. We found something similar for you.
What does it say?
It's the NASCAR driving experience. 42 laps at Michigan International Speedway. Oh, that's the exact same thing. All right. Abby, you're up.
I'm up. All right, guys. My number one, similar to you, Craig, is something that was just put up for auction on eBay. There was a whole mess of Creed 2 screen used merchandise that went for sale in the last couple days, and some of it's still up for auction right now. But specifically, the thing that I want is there's a set of photos of Rocky and Adrian from Adrian's Restaurant that was featured in Creed 2, which I saw like last week. And that movie was absolutely spectacular. Just as good as the first one. And I would personally, they're photos from the movies that were featured in a Creed movie, and they're already framed. And they're pictures of Adrian and Rocky together, like having special moments. And I'm going to put pictures up of these pictures at some point here on my story so you guys can see them. But I love them, and they would make me very, very happy. They sold for $515 though, so I'm not getting them because some other person has them.
You know what's really good about those?
Yeah.
They're like 8x10s in kind of shitty frames.
Yeah.
You can make those.
I could make, but then they would never have been in the presence of Michael B. Jordan and Sylvester Stallone, so I wouldn't care as much.
This is what you do. You print them out, you put them in the frames, you find out an event they're going to, you bring them to the event, boom, they're in the presence.
Whoa. It's done. Okay.
You put even a little card on them. These have been in the presence of Michael B. Jordan. Sylvester
Very,
Stallone.
very close
Someone's
to
like,
them.
oh, are those from the movie? I didn't say that.
I didn't say that. Just nearby.
Cool. And what do those sell for?
$515.
Gotcha. I love it. Jake, you're up. Bring us home.
Really quick, two things, Abby.
Yeah.
You have really fallen hard for the Rocky series.
Dude,
that's great.
I'm like preaching it. I'm getting people to watch them.
You're doing very well.
I'm not going to drink any raw eggs because that's disgusting.
I've only seen one of them. I've seen the first one, but like listening to you talk about it, I was like, God, I guess I better go watch the rest of these movies.
It's like a whole it is. Dude, they hold up. Yeah, I like it.
Number two there is that I love how one of your selling points is that they're just already framed.
Hey, Jake, they're already framed.
I hate framing shit, so these are already framed.
I don't have to frame this shit.
Everybody knows how it's so hard to put an 8x10 photo in a frame.
Dude, you know what though?
Boy.
It's true. I like them.
Cool. So, all right, my number one here is something I had when I was younger. I played with it to death, probably destroyed it. This was thrown out with, most of my toys.
Sorry,
Craig did something
obscene.
When you said I played with it to death and threw it out, I pointed to my penis.
Craig, that's not going anywhere.
Go. Continue.
Anyway,
build up.
The Jurassic Park compound, the command compound.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
I want it. I've been for the last few weeks here. I've been doing kind of a slow barge, and I have decided to buy every figure from the series 1 of Jurassic Park.
Dude, slow barge. That's a new shirt. That's amazing.
Slow barge. It's weird because it's been like, here and there I'll buy like 3 or 4 things, on eBay, and then like it's an ongoing process. Like today I put all the stuff I had together, and I don't even know if I don't even know if I've talked about this on the show yet,
but we need to hear about it right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been buying all the Kenner Jurassic Park figures, and I have most of it. I'm only missing a few things, and when I started buying it all, I was like, you know what? I don't care if it's not complete. I just want to put it all like in a DTOF in a glass case. But then today I put all the human figures together because I have there was only like 6 human figures in series 1, and like 3 of them are complete and 3 of them aren't. And I was like, oh no, I have to get everything complete.
Yeah.
So like I immediately bought doubles so I could get some accessories, and I was the person today who went and like bought 1 torpedo off of eBay for $3 and stuff like that. But the compound is that's the main event. It's the big piece. It's the most expensive thing. You can get it complete out of the box for like around $200, and then you can get it with the box for probably, I don't know, $250 or so, like that. And it's probably something I'll end up getting, but that's the top of my list. Like that's the thing I want right now. And I imagine when I have it and I have the entire Kenner, series 1 line, it's just going to be, I don't know, it's just going to be so beautiful.
It is going to be beautiful.
It'll be Christmas.
Couple thoughts. So I've been doing something similar with the Real Ghostbusters line. I'm looking at my
you inspired this.
And Bobby 80s inspired us all.
Inspired this.
So right now out of there's I think 6 main lines of Ghostbusters figures. I have 4 of them complete. No, 5 of them complete now. Whatever I have. Piecing it together, the word that comes to my mind is therapeutic. Scrolling through eBay, finding the like I talked a couple weeks ago about that Extreme Ghostbusters Ecto 1, but it didn't have the 2 little missiles, and I finally found the missiles, but I bought them on eBay, and then the next day the guy was like, "Hey man, I feel really bad. I can't find these missiles." And I was like, "No, these are the only ones." But he refunded my order. And then the next day, he messaged me again. He's like, "Hey, I found the missiles." So I bought them again.
Dude, I love that the mind of the collector won't rest until he finds them. That makes sense.
Yeah, and so now I've got these missiles. So I understand what it's like to find these little pieces and putting it all together. Now, Jake, here's the situation. Do you have any compounds on your watch list right now?
Yeah, I do.
Do you feel comfortable just going to one of them right now and just clicking buy it now?
You want me to just on air spend $200 and buying a fucking
this slow barge.
Well, all right, fine.
Do a fast barge.
Abby, do you have that RV in your watch list?
Yes, gonna.
No, Jake, I love it, man. I think I never had the compound, but I always wanted it. And I don't know if you remember, there's a smaller kind of version of the compound that they put out with Jurassic Park 3. And it's, I almost bought that a couple years ago because I want to put all the dinosaurs inside those gates.
They also came out with one for the first Jurassic World. It's pretty small, but it's the compound.
Yeah. So you're getting there though. Now the question is, it's pretty big. If you're putting all the figures and vehicles in DTOFs, how are you going to display that once you actually get it?
Well, I'm not sure. I'm gonna see if it will fit like on the top of the DTOF.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since I've looked at it and had it, but if it doesn't fit on top, then maybe I'll get a shelf that it will sit on and put it right above the DTOF. I'm not sure. I haven't gotten that far.
I feel like if you had 2 DTOFs next to each other, you could probably fit it on both of those. Something like that. And
I maybe I'll do something like that because, man, like I said, I've been slow barging on almost 100% Jurassic Park, and I've bought a few things that are, vintage Jurassic Park, but aren't like from the Kenner line, just other things, promotional things like, and I already have a ton of Jurassic Park stuff. So it might, when I put this, display together, it might be 2 DTOFs. So.
Wow. I like that. It's funny. I've had to buy doubles of a couple Ghostbusters figures and stuff just because like I'll find a figure that has the accessories I need and it'll be like $12. And I'm like, well, it'll be cheaper for me to just buy the figure again with the accessories than trying to like individually buy them at $5-6 a piece.
Yeah. It's like buying a meal instead of buying the sides individually.
It's oh God. I really enjoyed this.
This has been
we
fun.
should do a holiday wish list every week.
Yeah, we could theme them, we could start theming them.
Yeah. Like in March, it'll be for my birthday. Or in June, we'll do a Ghostbusters wish list for the 35th anniversary.
Yeah.
What are the 5 Ghostbusters things you want?
Yes.
Oh. Ghostbusters 3 is all 5 on my list.
Ghostbusters 3 with the original cast. Ghostbusters 3 with the original cast.
Okay.
So, well, cool. So listen, what we want you to do is once you've taken this episode in, once you've maybe gone on eBay and bought us some of the stuff.
Post your top 5 pick collage like I'm going to do.
Yeah, post your collage. We want to know what your top 5 holiday wish list is. That'll be fun. And because the best part about collecting toys and collecting the things we collect is the dreaming about the things that in the back of your head sometimes you're never going to get. Like in my head I'm like, "Oh, I want a full display of 20 sealed ectoplasms. Am I ever going to have that?"
Yeah. I want to drive that sealed case around in my Leprechaun RV and like as it rattles in the little refrigerator
with Jake's T-Rex in the back.
He's like in the queen bed with the T-Rex.
Now, if you get that RV, can you gut it and then just line all the walls with DTOFs?
Whoa!
But then you probably got to. But then you got to like glue everything down.
So, I was gonna say, how do you secure that?
Mobile collection unit.
Dude, it's a mobile museum.
Have you? Okay, there was this movie. This is kind of funny. There was this movie a couple years ago called The Accountant with Ben Affleck. I don't think anybody saw it,
except for you in theaters.
Yeah, I saw it in theaters. But he's kind of like
I don't remember the story. He's an assassin, and he's like extremely brilliant, but also like autistic. It's something like that. Anyways, he lived in an RV, but he also collected like rare paintings and had like a special code to get into this other part of the, like he had like Van Goghs
inside of his RV.
In his RV, yeah. Yeah.
So we do that, but with like Mondo prints.
Yeah, exactly.
Like signed 8 by 10s.
We wouldn't have Van Gogh. We'd have
no
maybe,
Ben Affleck.
No Ben Affleck.
Not accountants.
I also want all the Seinfeld seasons on Blu-ray.
Speaking of which,
That
can you
doesn't even
real quick?
exist.
Can we stop the podcast so you can go buy that autograph that you didn't buy?
What did I do?
You forgot to buy.
Oh,
do you want
are
to
we
say this for
talking
the
about
bonus,
that?
dude? Craig
The
fucked
Seinfeld
up.
autographs?
Let's talk about it.
I don't know if I brought this up. Okay, real quick.
Before
I
we
bought a
go.
bunch of Seinfeld autographs at an antique store. There's a couple that I didn't buy. One of the ones that they had that I didn't buy because, just like Jake was saying earlier, it was $20 instead of $10, and I was just like, I don't know.
$10 barrier.
It was the actress who plays Susan's mom.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, I don't know. I completely forgot
Till I mentioned
that she also plays Laura Palmer's mom on Twin Peaks.
Oh,
and
now
I
you got
already have
Laura Palmer's dad.
Leland Palmer, Ray Wise, Laura Palmer's father's autograph. So the fact that I didn't buy that makes absolutely no sense.
Yes, and we have a picture of Laura Palmer framed in our living room.
God. And you know what? I don't even deserve it. I'm just a bad collector. Anyways. Well, listen.
Probably.
Get on Facebook.com.
Never let $10 stop you.
Never let $10 stop you from making a bad decision. And get on Facebook group therapy. Yes, have some. Let us know what your top 5 holiday wish or top 10, whatever. We want to know what you want. Get the discussion going. You can find us on Instagram and Twitter at YHS Podcast. And Merry Holidays.
Yeah.
It's like the Advent calendar.
The holiday calendar by Jurassic World Chocolate Happy Countdown to Holiday. There's just doesn't even say which one.
Yeah, it's just a countdown to whatever holiday you celebrate.
Whichever one you want, you get what is it, like
Whatever you
25
celebrate,
days till whatever you celebrate.
December 25th.
You get little tiny kind of gross chocolates that have little dinosaur shapes on them, so it's pretty cool.
They're pretty great. Anything else before we sign off, folks?
I think that's it.
That's it. I'm gonna go get some candy.
For Abigail Gardner and Jacob Walsh, I'm Craig Goldberg. My allergies have caused me to say 1,000 words wrong, but that's okay. I had a lot of fun.
It's fun.
I can't.
That you're exciting.
I'm just
Not
excited.
judging.
You know what? I'm just exciting. I'm exciting. That's gonna be the Craig shirt. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.